7 rehab training. Monday, today's Friday, Monday I started training to failure again. Now it's not a like honest to God, balls to the wall positive failure, but I'm being able to start to fail again and use heavier weights again. So on Monday, the way my split is set up today, this week, chest and back get done twice this week. Next week, shoulders and arms will be done twice. It rotates every couple of weeks, or every week it rotates. So this Monday I got 275 on the hammer strength decline for, I think it was like 6 to 8. I was 8 to 10 when I failed. So today is 4 days later, and we're going to attempt 315, which I'm really excited about. I mean, some of you guys may be like, Jerry, it's only 3 plates on the hammer strength. If you guys remember, literally I had a 25-pound plate on here. That was hard to do 6 weeks ago. So within 7 weeks, the weight has gone back up. I mean, my body weight, I don't know what my body weight is, and I don't know what it is. I'm not going to check, and I might as well let the cat out of the bag now. The reason why I didn't let myself heal when I first got the injury is I got in contact with my old wrestling trainer, one who trained me to be a pro wrestler. He has a federation called House of Bricks now up in New England. It's an independent wrestling federation. And I talked to him about doing a retirement match, one more match. My wrestling career, and I can call it a career because I get paid to do it. My wrestling career was cut short not by just an injury, but drug addiction at the same time. My 2 tag team partners, Andy, broke his leg like 4 times in several places and he was forced to retire. And Mark, my other tag team partner, had a severe concussion and he was forced to retire from that. So I was retired not due to the injury or my own free will, because of the drug addiction, which I feel like kind of robbed me of a couple more years of wrestling and possibly being able to get higher than I'd already done. And the plan was, by the end of 2014, to get back in the ring and do a retirement match. And that's why I said I was going to fight through it, whatever. And the injury happened. So the torn rotator cuff and torn bicep tendon. So now I'm in the process of rehabbing that again. Some people that see me may now see me and say, Jerry, you know, you're a little bit smaller than you used to be. Smaller body fat wise, but not muscle wise. I'm trying to actually keep my weight more stable down in the 220s, the lower 220s, so I could be a little more agile. Because as it is now, 2015, the plan is by the end of 2015, if all holds up, I don't fall apart, and the injuries heals up 100%, is to try and get back in the ring and have one more retirement match. Back where I came from in New England with my homeboys. So we'll see if that comes to fruition, and I hope to God it does, even if it's just a short, shitty match. But just to get back in the ring and say, I did it of my own free will, and I went out on my own terms, which has always kind of bothered me a little bit. Kari knows this. It's bothered me a little bit that it was cut short where WCW and WWE were the only 2, ECW too were the only 3 that were around, and they were picking up a lot of people at the time when I got hurt and then get that great drug addiction. So there was always that possibility. So let's see what we can get these for. First time trying this in like about 3 months, longer than that. We'll see. How many was that? Did you count?
It was 15. The last
15,
few
the
were
last
partials.
couple, like, yeah, the partials, I don't even count them, but.
Okay, then you had like, I think 11 or 12 full.
So I probably could have got 4 plates for a good 6 to 7 reps. All right, cool. Progress. All right, now I'm gonna. All right, second exercise. So I basically do 1 set to failure for the hammer strength. Next exercise is something I couldn't even do. Like, I couldn't even do that bar 6 weeks ago. And the last couple of weeks I've been attempting it. And I literally started out with 10 pounds on each side of that bar a couple of weeks ago. And I remember while I was here, there's a lot of teenagers that come in here and train for basketball and baseball and football and stuff. And there was like a women's or girls basketball team in here. Like, they're probably like 15 or something. They don't even drive yet. They walked by and I was benching that, and a few of them were like they were looking at me like, look at this fucking tattooed guy benching. Like, I bench more than that. And I was like, fuck, I feel like such a little wuss like that. But already, this is the first time I'm going to attempt a plate on each side. I have not attempted this since I got injured. So we're going to see how this goes. But I'm hoping just to get, I don't even know how many reps I'll get. I mean, it's probably going to feel light muscle-wise, but I want to make sure that I don't injure that rotator cuff again. So we'll see. Doesn't look like much, but when you come from doing nothing, it feels really good. It's like the first time you did it all over again when you were a teenager. pretty good. Still not feeling much of an injury in there. That's good. Still feels like a little tight and you feel a little soreness, but nothing compared to what it was.
And I'm really he didn't hurt himself.
Last exercise for chest, last set. It's cable crossovers. Now I don't believe cable crossovers are a big mass builder whatsoever, but I do feel like they isolate the muscle a different way. Like I feel a really good contraction with them, and I've always done them. Actually, I shouldn't say I've always done them, because when I first started training as a teenager, I stayed way the fuck away from them, because everybody told me to do bench presses and, you know, inclines and stuff like that. But I mean, once I added them in, I've always liked them, period. So I'll still go to failure on the crossovers, even though it's not a major compound movement. Anything that I'm training on, I'm going to go to failure on. So make sure they keep the pressure off the rotator cuff. I'll take this, pull it down with both hands, get into position here, and then pull this one down. Actually gets to the point where it actually feels like it's gonna rip, like on both sides of your pecs. It's the best feeling ever. Back is back. Chest is done. Now we get to hit back, which is always hard to do. It's a big body part. Sometimes I'll do chest first. Sometimes I'll do back first. It just depends on what I feel like doing when I come in that day. Usually when I do back, by the time I get to chest, I don't have a whole lot of energy left to do anything. So a lot of times I'll start chest out first. So let's hit the back. All right, first exercise. We'll do 2 exercises for back. We do 3 sets of each one, so it winds up being 6 sets for back total to failure. This is the last set of chin-ups. I use the assisted chin-up just because of the fact that right now I don't have the strength that I used to have, and I have to limit my range of motion a little bit to make sure I don't extend my arm too far, because when I do, it really pulls on that injury, and you can feel it. Whether or not it's actually injuring it or not, again, I don't know, but if you feel it, obviously it's there. So I'll hit, I don't know how many reps we'll get with this. We'll just go to failure, as many as we can get. Trying to make sure that we limit the range of motion to a mid-range of motion. And once you fail, you fail. I mean, that's all there is to it. So let's get this shit done. That hurts, like in your back, your neck, quads, your toes,
Earlobes.
my lobes. That piece of my nostril right there hurts. All right, last exercise for back, last set for back. 2 exercises. We did the pull up, chin up. Now we're gonna hit the 1-arm machine rows, which, I mean, when I came back to doing these, I think I was on like 50 pounds or something like that. It was literally like, yeah, 50 pounds. Now we're pulling the whole machine with 1 arm for, I don't know how many reps we'll get, but it doesn't really matter at this point. As long as we get that muscle to fail.
Almost 2015. So let's reflect on the past year. My longest work on the new first last year was exfoliating. 82 points for that baby. See if you can beat that form. Download the new one with friends on the app store or Google Play.
I like this machine because it has the pad, which keeps you from being able to cheat. It puts a fucking hurting on your back really fast. My new GASP straps today. I just got in the mail. It's a Christmas present from Jeff and Amy, Keenan. Boy, they're cool, man. They're a lot better than my other ones who were falling apart.
If you can't answer yes to all these questions, then you need to call Joe the D. Hi, I'm Joe Hadid of Hadid Carpet, where we wash each carpet by hand, restoring your rust brilliance and making it healthier for your home or office. And right now,
Sit back is done. Workouts are done. Week 7 rehab training, man. Starting to feel pretty good. I'm almost back. So the Bios3 almost back bicep. And we're out.